Good morning, everyone. My name is Ke Yu, and I'm here with my teammate Wei An, Wenqi, and Punit. Today, we will explore the important role of the leadership in shaping both business and political environment. This is the outline of our presentation. Leadership is not just about making decisions, it also influences sustainability, innovation, and long-term success. Our analysis focused on the two leaders from the different fields, the Indranui, the former CEO of PepsiCo, and Abdulmajid Tubin, the president of Algeria. Our goal is to analyze their leadership style and practice approach using series from the module and evaluate their effectiveness. Leadership play a key role in both political and business success. In politics, the leadership ensures sustainability, economic growth, and policy implementation. In business, leadership drives innovation, competition, and sustainability. Noi represents a transformational leadership style and Pascal theory that encourages the vision and long-term strategy. In contrast, Tubin follows a disruptive leadership and situational approach focused on the political transformation and institutional change. Before diving into the case studies, let's briefly review the key leadership series. The transformational leadership is focused on inspiration followers through a shared vision. The Pascal theory, its leader clarify the goal and provide tools to achieve them. Disruptive leadership prompts change by challenging the established conclusions and approach. The situational theory is the leadership style adopted to the environment. Before analyzing their leadership style, let's first explore why we choose Idonui and Abdulmajid Tubin for comparison. First, they come from two very different sectors, it's business and politics. The Noi, as the former CEO of PepsiCo, worked in a corporate environment where leadership is focused on the long-term vision, innovation, and sustainability. In contrast, Tubin, as the president of Algeria, lives in a political environment where maintaining sustainability and consolidating power are the key priorities. By comparison, we can better understand how leadership adapts to the different organizational and national challenges. Second, the leadership priorities are fundamentally different. Knowing your transformational leadership emphasizes corporate responsibility and long-term strategy. Meanwhile, the Tubin's leadership is aligned with the disruptive leadership, characterized by the challenging existing system through the power consolidation and the supreme of the absence. The contrast allows us to examine how leadership effectiveness depends on both content and objectives. Finally, our selection also considers the diversity in gender and cultural background. By comparing a female corporate leader from a multinational business with a male political leader from a government background, we aim to provide a broader perspective on how leadership styles are influenced by personal and external factors. With the foundation, my teammate will now analyze their leadership style, key decisions, and the impact in greater depth. Let's turn to Wei An.
Thank you, Ke Yu. Hi, everyone. My name is Wei Yan. Now, I will introduce Injurnoi's transformational leadership, focusing on her leadership factors, effects, and challenges, then analyze her practice through the Pascal theory. First, let's look at why Noi is a typical transformational leader. Her leadership is mainly reflective through two key factors. The first factor is intellectual stimulation. Noi proposed a new strategy called Performers with Purpose, which focused on sustainable development and healthier products. This encouraged innovative thinking with PepsiCo and challenged the traditional focus on high sugar and high fat products. The second factor is inspirational motivation. She connected personally with employees through small but meaningful actions like sharing humorous tips and sending thank you notes to their parents. This created a sense of belonging and inspired her team to work towards a shared vision. These factors brought clear effects. First, they successfully stimulated employees' creativity, improved company performance, and promote strategic transformation. Second, Noise leadership improved employee job satisfaction, strengthened their cohesion, and build lasting loyalty. However, transformational leadership is not perfect, and Noi faced two major challenges. One was shareholder resistance. Her strategy prioritized long-term sustainability, which delayed short-term profits and caused dissatisfaction among some investors. The second challenge was a sharp cost increase. The transformation required large investments in supply chain upgrades and research, which added financial pressure to the company. Next, please. Now, let's briefly discuss the Pascal theory, which provides a framework for understanding how leaders can help their teams achieve goals. The theory is based on four key principles: define goals, clarify paths, provide support, and remove obstacles. These principles help leaders guide their teams effectively. The Pascal theory has several strengths. It offers a clear theoretical framework and a practical model for leadership. It also integrates elements for expectancy theory, which focus on the motivation behind employees' actions. However, the theory also has some weaknesses. It can be complex and difficult to apply in different contexts. There is also a lack of research support for some of its claims. Additionally, the theory tends to neglect the transactional nature of leadership and the involvement of subordinates. There's also some theoretic ambiguity, which can make it challenging to implement consistently. Next, please. Now, let's analyze noise leadership connected to the Pascal theory. First, intellectual stimulation aligns with defining goals. Noise sustainability plan define clear goals, enhancing goal clarity, and aligning with Pascal theory's directive leadership. However, this may not address the theory's weakness of lack of research support, as intellectual stimulation relies more on visionary thinking than empirical evidence. Second, inspirational motivation aligns with removing obstacles. Her use of humor and thank you notes inspired employees and removed psychological barriers, uniting the team and aligning with participate leadership. However, this emotional approach may not fully counter Pascal theory's weaknesses of neglecting transactional nature, as it is focused more on emotional engagement than structured rewards. Finally, the limitations of this interaction are clear. Noise leadership struggle with employee diversity in a globalized workforce, highlighting Pascal theory's challenge of complexity and applicability. Additionally, her focus on long-term sustainability failed to fully remove shareholder conflicts, a limitation of both her leadership style and the theory itself. In conclusion, Ingenuity successfully applied transformational leadership to push PepsiCo towards sustainable goals, but not without obstacles. By analyzing her leadership through the Pascal theory, we see both the strengths and limitations of combining visionary leadership with practical goal-setting frameworks. That's all for my part, and I will turn over to my teammate Wenqi. Thank you.
Thanks, Vian. Hello, everyone. My name is Wenqi. Today, I will introduce Abdelmejid Tubbens, disruptive leadership, focusing on their situational theory and showing why his leadership is a clear example of disruption. To begin, Tubin demonstrates two key disruptive leadership factors which define his unique style. The first factor is pursuing the truth. After taking power, he aimed to break Algeria's deep reliance on France and reshape its international position. The effect was a shift of Algeria's diplomatic focus, strengthening its autonomy in global politics. However, the challenge was the risk in isolating the country from traditional Western allies, creating new diplomatic tensions. The second factor is decisive actions. Tubin launched economic reforms to diversify the economy, revising energy contracts, and reduce dependence on Western finance. The effect was expanded export markets, improved economy dependence, and stronger strategic partnerships with countries like China, Turkey, and Russia. Yet the challenge was strong internal resistance and high uncertainty due to global market instability. Through these two factors, Tubin shows clear traces of disruptive leadership, challenging old systems, pushing bold reforms, and taking high-risk strategies to force change. Next, please. Let's look at situational theory, which helps us understand why Tubin's style work in his environment. Situational theory says there is no perfect leadership style. Instead, leaders must adjust based on internal conditions like political crisis or social unrest. Its strengths include flexibility, adaptability, and positionalization, allowing leaders to respond quickly to changing situations. However, its weaknesses are significant. It relies heavily on subjective assessment. It's difficult to standardize and risks inconsistency, especially when ethics are overlooked. Next, please. Now, let's analyze the internation of this disruptive leadership and situational theory in Tubin's leadership. First, pursue the truth aligns with adaptability. Tubin broke Algeria's dependence on France and adapted to geopolitical shifts, enabling the dynamic response to changing global dynamics. However, this may not address situational theory's weakness of subjective assessment, as decisions rely heavily on the leader's interpretation. Second, decisive action align with flexibility. Tubin launched economic diversification and revised energy contracts, allowing tailored actions to economic and the political context. However, this may struggle with the theory's challenge of complex implementation, as repeated change can create internal resistance. Finally, the limitations of these interactions are clear. Tubin's leadership struggled with employee diversity in a globalized workforce, highlighting situational theory's challenge of complexity and applicability. Additionally, his focus on long-term reforms failed to fully resolve shareholder conflicts, a limitation of both his leadership style and the theory itself. Overall, Tubin's leadership applied situational theory effectively in crisis, but failed to balance ethics and sustainability. This reminds us that successful leadership requires more than reacting to problems. It also needs long-term vision, democratic democratic values, and ethic responsibility. That's all for my part. Next, my teammate Punit will present the conclusion and recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. From here, I'll be talking about the environmental needs and dynamic leadership fits. So, first of all, leadership style must adapt different environments to be effective. Let's start with the concept of environmental needs and dynamic leadership fits. In stable and long-term well-established corporations for national leadership, such as Indira Nooyi style, works exceptionally well. Her approach focuses on intellectual simulation and emotional support, which drove sustainable growth and employee satisfaction. This style is ideal when the goal is long-term development and innovation. On the other hand, crisis environment, geopolitical shifts or economic disruptive leadership, as seen with Abdul Majid Tubon, become crucial. His distinctive actions and willingness to break traditional constraints allowed Algeria to rapidly reshape its international standing and reduce dependence on the Western powers. This style is effective when quick, bold decisions are needed to navigate uncertainty. The key insights here is that leaders need situational awareness. They must recognize the environment they're in and dynamically adapt their leadership style rather than sticking to a single model. A one size fits all approach simply doesn't work in the today's world, today's complex world. Next, please. Critical reflection on leadership theories. Now let's move on the second part, leadership theories. Single leadership theories often fail short in complex dynamic environments. For example, path goal theory is excellent for providing clear directions and support. It's stable goal-oriented settings. However, it's struggle in rapidly changing situations where flexibility is a key. Similarly, situational theory emphasizes adaptability but can lack in the structure need for the long-term planning. This is why leadership should integrate the strengths of multiple theories by combining the goal orientation of path goal theory with the adaptive flexibility of situational theory. Leaders can create a more comprehensive framework. This hybrid approach ensures both short-term success and long-term development, making it ideal for navigating today's unpredictable world. Um, Last one is the conclusion and recommendations. Finally, let's discuss the recommendation. First, leaders must practice dynamic adjustments. They should be able to flexibility switch leadership styles based on environmental changes and specific needs. Rapidly applying a single model can lead to missed opportunities or even failure. Second is theory integration is essential by combining the strengths of path goal theory and situational theories. Leaders can create more robust framework that can works in both stable and crisis environment. This approach allow them to provide clear direction while remaining adaptable to change. In conclusion, future leader needs to master their three key skills: dynamic adjustment, theory integration, and ethical consideration. These skills will enable them to achieve both short-term goals and long-term goal success in an increasingly complex and changing world. Next one, please. Here are the references from where we have used the information. Thank you very much.